in us all.
Le Malo Sianga, from our people, our strength and the heart of the Pacific.
It's driven by custom, our connection to culture and bringing people together.
And Matavu Vale, where every player stands tall for themselves and their community.
And it's about sharing those incredible stories.
Join us every week
For all the sporting action from across the Pacific.
Your Pacific sporting journey starts here.
I really appreciate you and Dad taking us in.
I am so glad that UNCC are here. And Georgie.
Nice of the kid to make breakfast.
This is where you say, thank you, Georgie.
That ain't necessary.
See, that ain't necessary.
Got the baby down.
Listen to her snore.
You want to fool around?
Y'all left this on the coffee table.
Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, Fridays 8:35 p.m. on Warner TV.
Hello, this is the Midday News. Thank you for joining us. As the nation grapples with rising law and order issues, Police Commissioner David Manning has assured the people of Papua New Guinea that they will make this place safer as soon as the counter-terrorism operations take place. Manning provided this assurance after the Counter-Terrorism Joint Task Force had a meeting and set in place initial plans to combat current terrorism or terrorist threats that present against the people of Papua New Guinea and overall the nation or the national security. Witnesses in the Paraka scandal began testifying in the National Court yesterday in Port Moresby and continues today. About 23 witnesses are listed to testify.
First on the stand was Miriam Kias, former Deputy Secretary of the Department of Justice and Attorney General, followed by the National Fraud and Anti-Corruption Detective, Sergeant Basi Sopata. Basi is the arresting officer. Also on the list are Prime Minister James Marape and former Treasurer Don Pollier. It was before the court that about 7 witnesses passed on. Jacob Yafai, the former Deputy Secretary for the Department of Finance, who was implicated in the Paraka scandal, appeared before the court for trial as well. He faces 1 count of abuse of office and 4 counts of misappropriation for the alleged misuse of over 41 million kina, allegedly paid by the Finance Department to the Paraka law firm. The 4 counts of misappropriation are as follows: 14 million kina on November 1st, 2012, 13.8 million kina on December 20th, 2013, 6 million kina on March 15th, 2023, and 8 million kina on May 3rd, 2013. Although Yafai pled not guilty to these allegations, the trial is on foot with witness testimonies. Susan Oreape, TVWAN News.
Over 20 community policing units have been acknowledged and recognized with cash incentives provided by the Madang provincial government. Governor Ramsey Pariwa, soon after passing the Madang provincial budget, travelled to Rivo village in Ambeno LLG, accompanied by Provincial Police Commander Robert Baim, where he presented 8,000 kina to the community policing unit stationed there. A sum of 10,000 kina was also presented to the Ward 10 CPU, which is part of Madang Urban LLG. Several cash incentives were also presented at CR Village and Madang Urban LLG Wards CPU. The members of the CPU would be allocated to different parts of Madang town to provide security to make it safe and peaceful in the lead-up to the country's Jubilee celebrations. The CPU program is an initiative of PPC BIME after he was posted to Medang in 2023 upon a request and recommendation by the provincial government due to an increase in lawlessness in the province. The Medang provincial government recently presented a cheque of 100,000 kina to establish internal broadband connectivity at the Malala Catholic Secondary School in Bogia. The presentation follows a commitment made last year by Medang Governor Ramsey Pariva. The 100,000 kina worth of internet broadband would boost the students' learning with computers within the new ICT laboratory, which was commissioned last year by the National Fisheries Authority. Principal of the Malala Medang Secondary, John Tomokai, thanked the Medang provincial government for the generous assistance of 100,000 kina and thanked Governor Pariva for keeping Malala Secondary School at heart. And in regional news, Cyclone Alfred has pounded Australia with extreme weather events not seen in decades.
Australia's east coast has been pounded by rain, wind and surf for a week. And despite a last-minute weakening prior to landfall, Tropical Cyclone Alfred's slow movement ensured the system still generated some of the most extreme weather in decades. First came the swell, as Alfred's offshore ferocity pounded the coast with waves to 15 metres, including one at 12.3 metres on the Gold Coast, the highest recorded in 38 years of measurements. As Alfred edged towards the coast, next came the wind. Peak gusts to 120 kilometres per hour at Byron Bay, the town's strongest in 4 years, while the more sheltered Coolangatta weather station hit 100 kilometres per hour, the highest in 21 years. But for most areas, it's Alfred's deluge after landfall which delivered the most significant impact. In the 24 hours to 9 a.m. Monday, Brisbane soaked by 275 millimetres, the city's heaviest rain since Cyclone Wanda in 1974, while Archerfield's 273 was a 94-year high. And to the north, Nambour underwater, 365 millimetres, the town's highest total in 33 years. And as flooding rains keep tumbling down, the event totals are climbing. Upper Springbrook now well clear of 1 metre over the past week. The result, rapid river rises across multiple catchments, with Laidley warned of a near-record flood peak this afternoon. Then, respite finally. The last remnants of Alfred retreated inland. That allowed a week of heavy rain to finally ease along Australia's swamped east coast.
And that ends the news update. Join us at 6 tonight for more news and sports.